Hello everybody, this is your host Shenra, and we're currently getting ready to embark on a new journey here. This is Crusader Kings 2 by Paradox Interactive. It's kind of a different take on a strategy game. Instead of controlling a country directly, I mean you still can, but instead of controlling it from ruler to ruler to ruler, what you do is you control a dynasty of people. So you pick like Valois for France, or Plantagenet for England, or whatever. You pick what dynasty you want, and then you live out their life. You get married, you have kids, you can get divorced, you can give lands and stuff like that to your relatives or whatever. You can vote for a new ruler, whatever. There's all sorts of stuff you can do in this that are very different from most of the games that I normally play. So this I have played maybe 5 times, and all 5 times ended in disaster. I didn't get very far before the game just ended. A couple of those times were because I think there's still some bugs in the game. As far as succession goes, if your dynasty doesn't have an heir, then the game's over, because there's no one for you to inherit anything, so you just don't get to play anymore. And a couple of games I had, well, let me go ahead and get single player here. Let me show you. A couple of games I had, let's see what I got to do. No, I did it. Okay. Here we go. So I did this. I did Duchess Matilda the First of Toscana, and this is actually a pretty cool one to play. You get these yellow lands here and all of this yellow stuff here. It's 2 duchies. This one chick, she controls 2 duchies here, and I thought that'd be a great place to start to create a kingdom of Italy and separate from the Holy Roman Empire, because you're currently part of the Holy Roman Empire at the start of the game. The problem I had with her was we married a Bavarian? Yeah, we married a Bavarian from here, prince, and it was a matrilineal marriage. So supposedly all of our children would be of Duchess Matilda the First of Toscana's dynasty, the De Canosas. But that didn't happen. Instead, all of the children were of the Bavarian prince's dynasty, which I don't understand, because we selected matrilineal marriage. So that pissed me off. She did well while she was alive. We conquered some of the Pope, we conquered some of Apulia, and then she died, and we had no known heirs, even though we had 2 sons. They didn't count as heirs. It was odd. There was some weird stuff going on there. I've also played as Ulster up here, Earl Cadoudid of Ulster. I wanted to try an Irish faction, for shits and giggles. And Ireland doesn't have much in the line of like powerful people. I mean, there's a couple dukes, and the rest are just counts. Well, they call them earls. But I started as Ulster, and we quickly took over our the Tyrone, the guy we border here. And once we did that, we formed the Duchy of Ulster, which is these top 4 provinces. And then we conquered these 2 guys. And then we eventually went on and conquered all of Ireland. We became the King of Ireland, which was fantastic. Our wife died, and the guy who was running Scotland died, but for some reason his wife continued to run Scotland. So when he died, and since our queen was dead, we married her. So now we had the King of Ireland married to the Queen of Scotland. I thought that was kind of cool. But what happened was our kids became of her dynasty, and we no longer had anyone from our dynasty who would continue. So when our king died, it was game over, and I thought that was just complete and utter bullshit. But whatever. I mean, I'm still, maybe I'm just not playing the game right, because I thought, primogeniture rules for succession were pretty clear. I mean, they tell you the firstborn son will rule, and that hasn't happened properly. In this case down here in Italy, matrilineal marriage did not work out the way it should, and up in Ireland, a regular marriage did not work out the way it should. The children we had were of her dynasty, not ours, even though we selected a regular marriage, not matrilineal. Anyway, man, I am just going on a rampage, just blah blah blah. That's 5 minutes of me not even doing anything yet. But let me tell you first and straight up, I have my own misgivings about this game. There's a lot of things you can do in here that are kind of cool, and I would love to do that, so I will. But it comes with a grain of salt, because I've had some strange problems. Anyway, ignoring all of that, I've already watched people play as... who was it over here? Well, I watched someone play as one of these factions over here, so I'm not going to do those. I've seen several people playing as the Spanish factions during the Reconquista, so I'm not going to do those. I've seen people playing as England. I've seen them play as Scotland. I've seen them play as Sweden, Norway, Denmark. I've seen most of these played. I haven't seen anyone do the Holy Roman Empire. That's why I started out as the Duchess down here, because I thought that'd be kind of cool. And I haven't seen anyone play as the Byzantines, but I'm currently watching a Let's Play of Croatia, which is actually pretty cool, because he's explaining a lot of steps he goes through during the process. So everyone who's watching that Let's Play is learning a lot, which is great. And the guy who's doing the Let's Play is learning a lot as well, because he doesn't know everything either. Anyway, as far as who I'm going to play for this Let's Play, I do eventually want to do an Ireland Let's Play. Just start as one of the Earls and then, conquer that, maybe take over some of the British Isles, maybe take over Scandinavia or something. I don't know. Something fun. But I'm not going to do that this time, because I'm still learning, and I'd rather do that when I actually have a fucking clue what I'm doing. So instead, I wanted to play as one of these guys down here, because I've never seen anyone play as any of the Muslim kingdoms, or sultanates, or whatever, emirates, and I've also never seen anyone play as any of these guys down here. These guys are Orthodox, Orthodox Christianity, Coptic Christians. And, it's just a strange setup they have down here. There's these 4 kingdoms and duchies and whatever you want to call them, and they're kind of isolated, And I don't think I've ever seen any attention drawn to them during any of the Let's Plays that I've watched. And I think it's probably because they're kind of, on the bottom of the map, and once you see this line of green and it's just all green, you can't think there's anything beyond it, right? But there is. There's these Catholic people down here. Well, Christian. They're not Catholic. So anyway, down here, this guy is a king, and he owns everything himself. He has no vassals. That's kind of odd. But there you have it. He owns 6 territories, no vassals. Over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 territories. As an emir. Over here we have a duchy, just 4 territories. And then we have a king, which is 3 territories. And none of these guys have any vassals. So, you know what? Let's be red. Why don't we be red? We'll be Axum. Duke Negus, the first Zari of Axum. That sounds like fun. He's Ethiopian. He's monophysite. I have no idea what that means. And he has a really cool flag. So we're gonna do that. And we don't have the ruler designer because I didn't pay for it. Because I don't want the ruler designer because they look fine. Some of them look a little fat and ugly, but we can deal with fat and ugly. Actually, for my Ireland test game, the only reason I picked Ulster was because almost every other person in Ireland that you could play as were really, really fat and ugly. So I picked like the only one who looked decent. Okay, so we start as this clown. I can't say he's a clown. He's us now. Zare. Solomonid. We have an heir who is our son. That's nice. He's 16. So that's cool. We don't have any wife. It looks like he was a bastard child. Born out of wedlock at least. Let's go ahead and get married. And before we get married, we're going to pick an ambition. And the ambition we're going to pick is to get married. This way we get some free ambition points. We get 10 piety. So let's pick this. And then we're going to go ahead and get married. Let's click on arrange a marriage. We need to pick someone. And click on the rank to sort it by rank, obviously. And we want to pick someone decent. There's all these Basques, whatever. They're never going to amount to anything. We could get an alliance with Saxony. That's kind of far away to matter. Navarre, Schwaben. There's no one really good in this list. I mean, there is no one. Everyone, courtier is just useless. Princess would be nice, but they're all Navarra. Jeez. Well, I guess we'll bite the bullet. We'll get one of these crappy princesses from Navarra. Charismatic, negotiator, raw, chaste. Chaste? Oh, damn it. Fertility. Well, I guess it's not the end of the world. We will deal with it. We'll get this Catholic. Ugh. Yes. Alright. And let me turn speed up a bit. Oh, that's one thing I've noticed. I never turn speed up beyond 3 or beyond 4 in this game. If we go all the way to speed 5, it's just really strange because everything just flies right by. So I try to keep it around speed 3. There we go. Duke Negus, the first of Zari and Iraq have gotten married. We can collect a royal duty, so we can either get money or we can get prestige. And both are important. I'm going to take the money just because why not? Yep. Thank you. Good. We got our ambition completed to get married. So now we can pick a new ambition, which is fantastic. Oh, plot. See Iraka dead. That's our fucking wife. No, she doesn't like us. Opinion of me, -37. Oh, man. Ambition, have a daughter. No, I don't want that ambition, but I guess we'll take it. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I would have loved to do like the prestige ambition or the accumulate wealth ambition, but anyway, let's first, before we move on, well, I guess we should get our heir married too. God damn it. All these little things you have to do at the beginning, they're so important. But I honestly don't want another Navarra chick. Let's just do a courtier. Underhanded rogue, no. Negotiator, sure. Chaste, just, zealous. I don't want another chaste person. Ugh. Patient, just, courtier. She's only 11. No. Greedy. All the characters will have traits. If they're young, like this girl's young, she's only 8, they'll have fewer traits. But as they get older, they will gain traits. And some of them are good, some of them are bad, and some of them are good and bad. So, you know, just kind of read what they do different. Like this one's Midas Touch, so she's a great steward. The ones that have greedy, well, not tactician, envious, paranoid. Okay, this bitch has 3 bad ones: greedy, envious, and paranoid. They're more likely to do dumb things like plot to kill you. Flamboyant schemer, gonna plot to kill you all the time. It's just kind of shit. It's gonna happen. Theologian, ambitious, brave, just, lustful. Okay, this bitch is perfect. She's a little old, but that's okay. We'll do it. That's fine. Get our son married to someone who can give him a lot of kids. That's important. I mean, we're 46. We already have an heir who is our son. He's gonna continue our dynasty no matter what happens. So I wanted to set up, because I don't care about this wife right here. It doesn't matter. But I want our son to have a wife who can actually do something cool, like produce kids. All right, let's get him married. Come on, there we go. Let's take the money. Okay, so they're married. It's fantastic. That's a regular marriage, and she's... Ugh. She looks hideous, but that's okay. Man, she's ugly. It's okay, though. We'll deal with her. we have a problem right now. We are monophazy. I guess I should have researched what this crap is, but I honestly don't know. I assume it's Coptic Christian. I mean, I'm just... Yeah, if all these guys are the same thing... No, that's Orthodox. Maybe this was the guy who's the Coptic Christian, because it says Orthodox. Well, whatever. But yeah, we're fine right there. So you can press de jure ducal claims. Oh, really? Where can we press these claims? Haya and Senar. Where's Haya? There's Haya. And there's Senar. Alright, so we can increase our claims right now. If we change over to de jure... No, not kingdoms. Empires. Duchies. Here we go. So this is the Duchy of Axum. It's everything that we have, plus this territory and this territory. So we could go to war right now with these fools and attempt to take Haya. And we could also go to war with these guys and attempt to take Senar, because they are considered part of this duchy. And since we are the Duke of the Duchy, we can, what they call, press our ducal claims. So that's one of the ways you can begin a war. And in this game, you don't go to war with the concept of conquering a country entirely, like you can in Europa Universalis. You can't take stuff arbitrarily. You go to war with a specific goal based on either who you are, like we are the Duke of... What are we the Duke of? Axum, I guess. We're the Duke of Axum, so we should be able to go to war to take all of the lands that are considered part of the Duchy of Axum. That's how it works. So if you're like the Duke of something, or the King of something, or, you know, whatever, then you can press your claims on other countries and start wars, and then when the war is done, you get that one piece of territory that you pressed your claim for. So that's kind of cool. I actually like that mechanic very much. But that's going to have to wait till the next episode, because I spent this entire episode just talking. So I just wanted to get into the game, show you who we're going to play as. We are Duke Negus the First Zari of Axum. We are the Duke of Axum. We are heir to the Barony of Adigrat. What is Adigrat in here somewhere? I don't know, but it says we're baron to the... Or we are heir to the Barony of Adigrat, and I don't know what that means. It's not even in our list. It's not a claim or anything. Whatever. So, next episode, we will actually get started. Maybe we'll press one of our claims or something. And see if we can't create a foothold down here that will be a lasting area rather than just a shot in the dark. Because this really does look difficult, this road ahead. The only place we can expand after we take over, I assume we'll be taking over this stuff. But after we're done taking over this stuff, the only place we can expand is into the Muslim Caliphate territory. And the Shia Caliphate up here is no joke. Now, all the games I've played so far, they conquer a whole lot of stuff. Same thing with the Turks. The Turks will conquer a whole lot of stuff. I'm just predicting this because it's always happened. So we have a tough road ahead of us, but maybe we'll be able to expand into these weaker places over here. We'll see. But then we have to do a lot of religious conversion and blah, 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 blah. We'll get into that in the next episode. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this start to this Let's Play here. I intend to learn a lot during this series, so please, by all means, if you have suggestions, or more important than suggestions, if you know something that I'm doing wrong, or if you know something that will directly help, and you're willing to share that with me, by all means, leave comments or send me a personal message or something, because I'm very new to this game, and I have some issues with it. I have some things that I don't like about it, but there's a lot of things that I do like about it, and I feel comfortable enough with it to do a Let's Play of it. So let's hope I don't sink this ship before we actually get floating. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you join us next time where we continue the life of Duke Negus the First Zari.